Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Erik Ten Hag makes clear what he blames for Manchester United dropping points. Erik Ten Hag has blamed the attitude of Manchester United's players for dropping points against Leeds. United conceded goals at the start of each half to fall to a 2-0 defeat against Leeds. This left United with a lot of work to do, and while they created the chances to win the game, they did not manage to score the crucial third goal. Erik Ten Hag was very unhappy with the performance and blamed the attitude of the players. Speaking to the club website, he said, "Very poor. It's unacceptable. You start any game, but especially a derby, the way we did. We were down and had to fight back. We made big mistakes. That's to do with attitude. We were not ready to go into the duels. We lost the duels and the formation was also bad at the start. When we lost the ball, we didn't follow the principles and were quickly down. And from the warning in the first half, the second half was the same." Ten Hag will drill it into his players to win every ball and second ball at Ellen Road on Sunday when the two teams face off again. United cannot possibly start worse than they did in this game when Wilfred scored in the first minute. This gave Leeds exactly what Manchester United did not want to give them: hope. An early goal for Manchester United would likely have seen Ten Hag's side run away with a win, but last night, probably for various reasons including injuries, meant United were more disjointed than usual. But a changed personnel will not be an excuse for Ten Hag. He will demand that whichever 11 he selects get the basics right, including having the right attitude to compete. Last night, the team clarify fell short of his expectations and the manager was evidently disappointed. It wasn't all bad. He did have compliments for the way the team bounced back to draw, commenting, "I have to make compliments to the team for the resilience and the way they fight back. I think we played some really good football, great chances, and finally, also we finished and scored two great goals." Marcus Rashford has more goal contributions in 2023 than United's top two summer targets. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford continued his excellent run of scoring form last night as the Red Devils shared the spoils against Leeds United in the Premier League. The Red Devils were 2-0 behind shortly after the interval, but they made an impressive comeback to share the points 2-2. Rashford stood out again with his 20th goal of the season. The 25-year-old has now registered 20 goals in 3 of the last 4 campaigns. This could be his best ever scoring season yet, considering his previous highest tally is only 22. Rashford's form since the turn of the year has been sensational. Comparing players from Europe's top 5 leagues and domestic competitions, he is currently top of the 3 in goal involvements. The United graduate has an impressive 13 goal contributions in 2023 with 9 goals and 4 assists. His statistics are currently better than Napoli's Victor Osimhen and Tottenham Hotspur's Harry Kane, who are reportedly United's top 2 targets for the summer transfer window. Osimhen has been earning plenty of plaudits from United fans lately, but the Nigeria international only has 7 goals and 1 assist to his name since the beginning of the year. Meanwhile, Kane has been involved in just 5 goals for Spurs in 2023. The England captain has been far from his best, despite recently becoming the club's all-time goal scorer. Elsewhere, Erling Haaland's scoring record has been pretty ordinary since the new year. The Norwegian bagged a staggering 27 goals and 3 assists for Manchester City in the second half of 2022, but he has looked a shadow of the same player with just 4 goals since January. Rashford is by far the best performing forward in Europe's top 5 leagues this year, and United must sort out his future as soon as possible, with his contract expiring in June 2024. Jadon Sancho sparkles off the bench in Man United draw versus Leeds United. Manchester United forward Jadon Sancho produced a brilliant performance off the bench as the Red Devils shared the spoils against Leeds United last night. The Red Devils were overwhelming favourites for the Roses derby, but made the worst possible start, with Wilfred scoring after just 56 seconds for Leeds. A Rafael Varane own goal made it 2-0 in Leeds' favour in the 48th minute, but United made a terrific comeback to pick up a point against their old rivals. Marcus Rashford continued his rich vein of scoring form with a superb headed goal in the 62nd minute before Sancho levelled the scores 8 minutes later. Sancho made his first Premier League appearance of the season since October, and he was up for the challenge with a terrific 36-minute cameo for the club. The England star bagged the key equaliser in the 70th minute after wonderful link-up play with Luke Shaw, but he was also impressive with his overall display. Sancho looked confident with the ball at his feet, completing 21 out of his 22 passes, 95% accuracy. He also provided 3 key passes while winning 2 duels. The 22-year-old lacked the cutting edge in the final third earlier this season. He barely took on opposition defenders, with a lack of confidence being evident. We saw a different Sancho yesterday. He looked like the player from his Borussia Dortmund days and definitely appears transformed after the recent break. The manager sent him on a special training program to the Netherlands during the winter period, and the decision seems to be proving worthwhile already. Hopefully, the £53 million rated star will be rewarded with a starting role against Leeds. At Elland Road on Sunday, United must make a quick start of the blocks. The club are currently 4 points ahead of 5th place Tottenham Hotspur. They must return to winning ways with a Champions League spot on the line. United boss Erik ten Hag should make more than one change. Facundo Pellistri could be handed his full Premier League debut after yesterday's showing. Wout Weghorst has most disappointing game yet as Manchester United draw with Leeds. Wout Weghorst wait for a first goal at Old Trafford goes on, and after watching his display in a 2-2 draw against Leeds, you wonder, will it ever arrive? Weghorst has recently been praised by Erik ten Hag for his hard work in attack, despite a lack of goals. That's fine when United are winning, but when the team fails to win, a closer spotlight is shined on Weghorst's lack of production. The striker was substituted on 59 minutes with United 2-0 down, and the side improved, going on to rescue a draw. Weghorst's numbers tell a story of their own. He touched the ball only 19 times and completed only 10 passes. Most crucial of all, Weghorst failed to register a single shot. On a night where United had 24 shots at goal, it was disappointing not to get even one from the starting striker. United need to do better at getting Weghorst the ball. Straight after he went off, United began firing in crosses, which seemed to make little sense. Weghorst could have benefited from playing alongside Jadon Sancho and Facundo Pellistri, but when Marcus Rashford was in the centre, United just looked better. Rashford's pace worried the Leeds defence and made United less predictable with his ability to run in behind them. As it happened, he scored a header to bring the team back into the game before a Sancho equaliser. It's easy to have a little sympathy for Weghorst, who was signed as a Plan B cover to bring off the bench late in games and start the odd match. Instead, an injury to Anthony Martial has plunged him into a more pressurized role, starting the last 7 games in a row. He has just 1 goal to his name, and while his performances have largely been decent enough, without luck, last night against Leeds was his most disappointing. WhoScored gave Weghorst his lowest rating in a United shirt, just 6 out of 10. If he is selected to start the next game at Elland Road, he will have to do much better. Alejandro Garnacho sends a frustrated message after difficult night against Leeds. Manchester United youngster Alejandro Garnacho has been one of the revelations of Manchester United season. He became the youngest player to provide an assist in the Manchester derby and played a vital role in United's winner against Palace at the weekend. But when it comes to goals, Garnacho does not actually have one since his winner against Fulham at Craven Cottage before the World Cup break. Last night, Garnacho was selected as a starter against Leeds at Old Trafford and had a frustrating night in a game he really wanted to shine in. Garnacho started on the left for United against Leeds and saw plenty of possession in the first half as the team attempted to bounce back from an early goal conceded. A couple of chances fell to Garnacho, who who saw a shot whizzed narrowly wide and another blocked. With United trailing, he began to look frustrated as the game wore on, and it was no surprise to see the teenager substituted. A goal would do a lot for Garnacho right now. He will have known this was a big opportunity for him, starting just his second ever Premier League game. Garnacho is not used to going for long spells without a goal. He netted more than 20 goals in all competitions for the club's academy sides last season. He has already proven he can do it for the first team, with 2 winning goals in the first half of the season, but for the moment that magic touch has temporarily deserted him. Garnacho fired out a message after the game on Instagram featuring a picture of him beating the turf in frustration, summing up his post-game mindset. He wrote, "When you don't understand what is happening, remember that God is in control. I trust the plan you have for me." Garnacho just being in the team is an achievement at 18 years old, but quite rightly, he is not content to rest on his laurels. He wants to be the star. He will keep pushing, and he has the face of his manager, who said yesterday that his emergence has prompted him to change his transfer plans. Even Cristiano Ronaldo didn't have it easy in his first season at Manchester United. This is all part of the learning process. It's up to Garnacho to come through this as a better player. Hannibal says he is learning technical ability on its own is not enough to succeed. Manchester United youngster Hannibal Mejberi is enjoying a loan spell at Birmingham City in the Championship. The midfielder provided an assist in the 97th minute to clinch a 4-3 win away at Swansea City at the weekend. He now has 2 assists in his last 3 games and has told Sky Sports he is enjoying playing competitive football. It's a step up from under-21 football, and while he admits it's a learning curve, he says he is learning to adapt. The Championship is an intensely competitive league, and Hannibal feels the division is sharpening him up. He says he has quickly learned that his ability and position is not enough on its own to be successful. Hannibal explained, "I think I have some good technical ability and I can play some good passes. I see things maybe earlier than some other players, but since I am in the Championship, I have seen that I need to work on my physical capabilities. It's making me a better player. As a Championship number 8, you have to contest the second balls. You don't really see this dirty work as much in the Premier League, but it's really important in the Championship. If you don't pick up the second balls or win your duels, you can feel it straight away." Emir of Qatar wants to buy Man United for £4.5 billion. Deal depends on UEFA regulation change. The Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad al-Thani, is interested in buying Manchester United from the Glazer family, according to The Guardian. The Red Devils are currently up for sale and formal bids are expected for the evaluation process this month. Earlier this week, it was reported that a group of wealthy Qatari investors are keen on a takeover and they are ready to make a formal move within days. It's now revealed that the Emir of Qatar has entered the race, but there are a couple of big stumbling blocks towards a potential deal this month. The Glazers currently value the club at £6 billion, but Sheikh Tamim is reluctant to offer more than £4.5 billion. It's considered as a fair value, according to him. Meanwhile, a takeover could entirely depend on whether UEFA can be convinced to change the regulation over clubs owned by the same entity. At the moment, the Emir of Qatar owns Paris Saint-Germain through Qatar Sports Investment. Hence, the Red Devils won't be able to face the French champions in any European competition, suppose QSI take over the club's ownership from the Glazers. United need a huge investment going forward if they are to catch up with the big spenders in the league. There has been good progress made under manager Erik this term, but more high-profile signings are required such that the club can return to their glory days. Investment from Qatar seems very likely at the moment, but it may not be through QSA, considering they also own Paris Saint-Germain, who are Champions League regulars. United and Les Parisiens can't face each other in Europe at any point of time if they are owned by QSI. This complexity makes the deal highly unlikely to happen for now. UEFA could of course change the entire scenario. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.